We're all set to go for qualifying here for the FIA Formula 3 World Championship. Good afternoon to you all and welcome. 30 minutes in mixed conditions. This is going to be something special. Let's cross over now to the world feed to get going. Qualifying is about to get underway for the FIA Formula 3 Championship here in Budapest. It's round 7 of 9 in the 2023 campaign, and what was a dry session this morning has turned into a greasy track this afternoon. Rain in the Formula 1 practice session mere moments ago. There's dry lines appearing. Looks like half the field are going to risk it and go out on dry tyres, but wet line is still there. Punishable by crashing into the wall. We're in for a very interesting 30 minutes. Good afternoon, everybody watching on YouTube and on Twitch. And alongside me in the commentary box is Josh T and Omi. And Omi, starting with you, back up to the box. This could be a very interesting weekend. Some drivers out on dry, some going out on wet tyres. It's going to be an interesting run around, and who's going to set the fastest time? The track's going to be improving every second we're out there.
Yeah, every second that we run out there, the track will be getting better and better and better. And we're going to be in for an absolutely brilliant session with some drivers going out on slicks. So it's going to make it very, very interesting. We could see some cars sliding off the road, and I think we could definitely be seeing some red flags, but it's going to give us here a brilliant session.
Green lights on, away we go then. The session is underway. Some on wet, some on dries. Let's see who's got the right idea in the first run arounds. Josh T, we just saw in the F1 practice session Sergio Perez on the dry tyres in a dry session, touch the grass, hit the wall, and then we saw Carlos Sainz go off the circuit as well and get himself beached in the wet conditions. I suppose everyone now on the dry has got to be really careful, and everyone on the wet's got to be like maximum attack, haven't they?
Yeah, they really have. Well, that was just Sergio Perez being Sergio Perez under pressure, I think. Yeah. But it's hard for Sergio Perez. Will we see a couple of red flags? Will we see one red flag? Definitely. Will we see multiple? There's a high chance, I think, but as the cars venture out on track, 45-minute practice session, of 30-minute qualifying session, and look at those clouds at the top there, Josh.
They are menacing in the background as well, and I suppose with the weather way down looking in, they could come in again, Omi, so dry tyres might be the option here. It's a gamble if that rain gets worse.
Yeah, it absolutely is a gamble, but if the track's fine, it could be a brilliant gamble for them if it starts raining later on, which means that all the slick runners have got a lap time now in some, well, it's not the best of conditions, but if it was to rain, then the conditions we have currently could be the best ones. So So personally, I think it's a good. It is a good decision to go on to those slicks. It could work out, but it could also go badly. So we're just gonna have to see, really.
No spray. That's what I'm noticing on the dry line. There's no excess spray, so this should be slightly more adaptive. But look at this turn 13 as well. There's no dry line on the apex, so at speed, that's going to be a disadvantage. I would say the track it's right for intermediates, but Formula 3 don't have intermediates. We don't have the full wets or the dry tyres, so it's too hard to say who's going to be the quickest. Well, adjust the delta times and go with you and see what we get as we open up this qualifying session for the first run around. And on board with Gabriel Bortoleto down towards turn number 1. There's dust and spray coming in from the distance as well, so we could be seeing more wet weather shortly. This afternoon is predicted to be thunder and lightning. Rear tyres lighting up a bit much. And everyone on the dries have decided to go for another cool down lap. Bortoletto's decided to go for a push lap because his wet tyres don't take that long to heat back up. So he should be straight there, but he's got the 2 MPs just ahead of him. Gets past Edgar, gets past Boyer, gets ahead of Cole Pinto and yellow flag, as Josh T says. Where on the track is this located? It's down at sector 1. And is this going to bring out a red flag? Hopefully not, but it is a qualifying session. They don't like leaving yellows out permanently, do they, Josh?
No, they don't. And I think the FIA have time travelled, Josh.
Why? What's happened?
On the F3. Oh, that is Esterson.
Yeah, it's Maxwell Esterson who has stopped. This will be a red flag because I think he stalled the engine as well. Let everyone, but not everyone got thingy. And Bortoletto's off the track. Just kept it in. No sign of that red flag yet. What are they going to do? Maxwell Esterson has now stopped on the track in just his second qualifying. We'll continue to you, Josh.
Yeah, I think the FIA have time travelled, Josh, because on the F3 entry list, if you look at the date, if it focuses, it says 2020.
Who's made the error? Forlaroli does a 150.354. He's on dry tyres. Bortoletto, 152, but he's on wets, but had a mistake at the last corner. And Esterson still hasn't moved, and they're going to have to red flag this. And we got green. Good. Whew. Okay, so we've got away with it by the skin of our teeth. No, we don't need to go to a red flag procedure. I honestly thought we might. Go on.
Do you think the FIA have time travelled? And here is the spin on board with Mini.
That's a really bizarre spin there. Doesn't actually make sense as to why he had that spin quite quickly.
No, it doesn't. But do you think they've time travelled back to July 2020 to fix the 2021 season?
No, I'm cutting you slack. It's your birthday, but on this weekend. But do not bring up 2021.
But I didn't bring up the race. I didn't say the race name, so I think we can let it slide.
And fire! Yeah, don't shoot the messenger. Bortoletto, much better lap time now. Villa Gomez up into 4th position as well. On a 2-minute 3.471. Again, Bortoletto's having a few issues on the track. Montoya's down lap time. Lap time's getting deleted everywhere. Sophia Flörsch hasn't got on the track yet, according to our driver tracker. Bortoletto really is struggling for grip into 13. And I think he's backed off on the lap time. He has, and he's coming into the pit lane. So Bortoletto says, okay, not worth it. Esterson, lap time deletion for causing the yellow. That was predictable. And race control, Bortoletto's lap time has been deleted. And that was his second lap, turn 11 only as well. So everyone's now on the dry tyres, backing up for another run. They're first. Everyone on the wets have gone, yeah, we've made a mistake here.
Yeah, everyone on the wets are saying that looks like it is. Time for the dries. However, as we saw with Max Esterson, you can easily see a mistake. Now, this is through the final corner. So let's see what is going to happen. Ooh.
Villa Gomez.
Rafael Villa Gomez. Big crash in practice and getting super close to the wall there as well. So very tight, almost finding the wall there as Mini now goes fastest, but we're going to see the laps get faster, faster and faster.
Bedrin Montoya go faster as well, 148, 162 now the new benchmarker. Here's Kyle Collette in the other one, for the Van Amersfoort Racing Squad out of the last corner for car 17. Fastest in the middle sector of anybody across the line. And Kaya Colette does a 1:45.726 on the dry tyres. That's what the track can do, and it's going to get faster every single second we're out there in this session. So this is going to become a very crucial 22 minutes. Villa Gomez goes 6th. Yellow flags again on the circuit. So who has thrown it down the road? Like sectors 1 and 2. Here's Browning.
Or do they build?
Browning showing we've got a red flag, and that's why car 20 into the wall, and that is Oliver Gray down at turn 4, the same place as where Carlos Sainz just crashed in the first practice session for Formula 1, and he's knocked off the front wing. So I can see the skid marks actually as well on the track. He's on dry tyres, so red flag's out. And if that rain comes back, Kaya Colette on provisional pole with a 1:45.726.
We were expecting that. We were expecting spins and crashes, and as soon as you lose it in an F3 car, there's a big chance you will stall it. But it looks like he's got very close there to the wall, if maybe not a little hit. But we're gonna have to see a replay and see how this one has gone in. But yeah, red flag as you expected. So we've got our first red flag of this session. We're 22 minutes on the clock as well.
That's going to be so tight now to get that. If that rain comes, that's what I'm worried about as well. It's right in the atmosphere, just waiting to drop down. And is Oliver Gray okay? Yep, he's moving his head, which looks good to me. I was slightly concerned. Right.
Yeah, looks okay. And is he going to get it back out? Yes, he is.
Get it going again, yeah. Let's hear from Alex Blunt and Alex Jakes.
Hand side is broken there, so I'll be very surprised if we see that again in this session.
Yeah, that's a real shame for Gray. He will get it back to the pit lane, but like you said, a lot of damage to that suspension. Let's find out what happened then. Here we go.
Talk us through it, Omi.
So here we go. Getting on the power, you're going to lose it. Similar. So he has a bit of a snap first, and then just off the road, he's just going to lose it. So it's a bit wide, and then just loses it into the wall. Similar to Carlos Sainz. So yeah, it is really hard, especially when he went off the road. No grip out there. No cars going out there to get that part of the track gripped up. So no grip and just spinning out. But he has been able to get going, so that's good for him. He's just going to have to change the front wing, and hopefully everything should be good for him.
So they all come back in, 1 and 2 at a time. The red flag has come out, and we will wait. Kaya Colette the fastest at the moment, 1:45.726. Getting interesting now. Paul Aron as well, just is the last one to come back into the pit then, actually, alongside Oliver Gray.
Yeah, and if you haven't got a lap time on the board yet, you are hoping that there is absolutely no rain coming in, but I don't think Kaya Colette or Montoya would mind it at all, would they? They wouldn't mind it too much if there was a bit of rain to come in, but obviously with these red flags, it does increase the chance. The session runs longer, more chance of rain falling, and obviously less time for these drivers to get a lap time in, which obviously the clock does stop, but if it was to start raining, that would be useful later on in the session. So it is really good if you can get a lap right in the beginning, but we're seeing a lot of deletions, a lot of mistakes, so a lot of drivers just not able to get lap times together. But Colette, Montoya, Bedouin, all of these drivers are in good positions because they currently do have they have been able to get a first lap together, so it wouldn't hurt them too much if we obviously got more rain coming in, which is a possibility. But more lap times being deleted there as well.
So we've only got 8 officially on the board. Everybody else is outside the 107% rule. And actually, Woodrin Shin is actually just on that 7 seconds precisely. So he's going to be in. Track's going to get quicker and quicker throughout. So there's still Delta to be found.
So how is that name said? First time I've actually heard of him.
I would say with Woo Hin Shin. That's what I would pronounce it as. Woo Hin Shin.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I was just asking because I heard a D from your mouth. So I was just asking. Because
I'm
that's how I
convi-
thought it was pronounced.
I'm on that one.
Hmm. But Shin, l- well, luckily the second name is the easiest. Last name.
It is. The green flag's back out, so we're underway.
Yep, all of them queuing up and getting ready. Obviously disrupts the drivers. All of these red flags, they are it disrupts them. All of these red flags, but as a driver, you should be prepared for all of this, especially in a session where it does have a bit of mixed conditions. And are the TV pictures okay? Oh, there we go. Back. Brilliant.
So, Josh T, could you just run us quick through the results? I'm just having to have a quick reply with someone.
Yeah, so Carl Collette is currently leading, followed by Montoya and Bedwin, the top three. Then Mini and Fornaroli in fifth, Smith and Luke Brown in seventh, and then Shin is in 8th with a 152.794. Just quickly, the fastest lap time of 145.726. That's from Carl Collette. Then in 9th is Colapinto with a 154.031. Boyer, Edgar, Mansell, Marty, Superlove, Saucy, the top 15. And the last lap time in the 1 minute is from Marty, 158.124, and then we go to the 2 minute lap times, and then Garcia in 16th, but the slowest lap time is from Esterson, a 3:27.655. And
Yeah.
Bortoletto, Cohen and Feria haven't set a lap time yet. The qualifying 107% time is currently 153.126, so multiple drivers not reaching that, and that's Colapinto, Boyer, Edgar, Mansell,
And-
Marty, Sufalove, Saucy, Garcia, Gray, Barnard, Barter, Frederick, Esterson, Bortoletto, Cohen and Feria.
So Colapinto on the time, whether or not the tyres have heated up. Yeah, 2.362 seconds ahead already in that first sector.
Cool, Colapinto continuing on the lap time. Boyer also on the lap time with a first sector time of 36.9, the same as Edgar. But the purple sector 1 time going to Saucy in the number 8 with 18 minutes and 50 seconds remaining, and Colapinto is 5 seconds up. His sector 2 time was a 34.9, but that's now been taken away from the number 6 of Oliver Golev, who is currently, if we have a look at the timing screen, down in 28th, also not set a lap time. But he goes, Colapinto goes top, Boyer second, Edgar third, but Golev goes top with a 137.440.
So the Delta times are improving. Tusalo goes to second, Paula on in third, Gabriel Mini having the Delta pushing through now as well.
Yep, and Mini coming into the last corner, his first sector time, but a race control incident involving car 11, which is Mary Boyer, noted for working in the fast lane as Mini goes across the line with a 141.981, but I believe Esterson is back out on track after his little incident, but only the top 14 setting a lap time, and they are all in the 107% lap time, the cars that have set a good lap time, but Boyer 2.1 seconds up.
Yeah, so Goleth on top, too slower on. Colapinto, Boyer, Frederick, Edgar, Boganovic, Saucy, Bedrin, Barnard, Mini, Flourish up to 13th place, and the times just keep on coming. Keeps on changing as well. They are just dropping every single second. Nobody waiting for anything to change. Colapinto, Boyer, again, second after second. They just keep changing. Goleth now in second position. Every lap, Omi, just getting quicker and quicker, and that's what the drying track is giving us. Nice, easy running.
Yeah, that's definitely, but this will be Mari Boyer. This is what was going on in the fast lane, car 11, Mari Boyer. Just a tiny bit of a little push, race control. So yeah, it will be, it's been noted, so it will be interesting to see what happens with that one. But yeah, but obviously with this track just improving, we're gonna keep getting fast laps as well. And now it's gonna be investigated.
That'll be a
Yep,
penalty
it will
then.
be investigated after the session.
Yeah, they're going to change it up. Oliver Gray hasn't got back out on the circuit just yet from that damage. He will be allowed out. Even though he caused the red flag, he got back under his own steam. So the race control, just delete the fastest lap time. You can then go back out. Marty hasn't done a lap time just yet. He's going to come up towards the time. Jose Martin, number 23, goes 8th. And does a 1:36.618 as the benchmark up with 15 minutes to go in this session. The track improving. Bortoletto's first sector is a 34.7. Paul Aron, second sector, 33.3. Leonardo Forlaroli goes top, 134.572. Johnny Edgar goes third, improves, 135.338. So the track is getting there. I would say in the next 10 minutes or so, it will get to the point where it will be best and dry. Bortoletto improving first, second sector. Is that third sector Dryad? There's a line appearing at turn 13. That's where everyone's losing time. Yep, 2 tenths in that last sector. It's a 1:34.340. And lap time deleted. I didn't see who dropped down the order there. It went by too quickly. It's one problem.
Yeah.
Just missed it. Marty, it's Jose Maria Marty's lap time. That got deleted by the stewards. O'Sullivan to the top, 1:34.150. But Jose Maria Marty again on the lap time deleted. Go on, Omi.
Yeah, so Marty, now he's going to have to go on the push. Has a car ahead of him, but hopefully it won't cause too many troubles. They're all out there, they're all pushing. They all need to find the time. Barnard to 11th, that was momentarily, and then Mansell to 5th, Barter to 8th, and then Bedwin improved to 17th. Improvements absolutely everywhere. And let's see with Marty, as well as he's about to come across the line. And where's he going to go? Goes fastest.
6 thousandths of a second faster than Zach O'Sullivan across the line. It's a 1:34.144. So this is the time that the track's going to be improving. Carl Collette goes up into 4th, a 1:34.473. Marty, though, not personal best all the way round, but better times. Forlaroli's coming to the pit lane. Boyer, Colapinto, Garcia, Ferrer, Shin in there too. So they're all just sort of backing off on their opening gambits. Here comes Johnny Edgar and Oliver Goleth as well. Or Ollie Goethe, isn't it? I keep doing that. We found out how to pronounce his name last time out at Silverstone. It just slipped my mind 2 weeks ago. Goethe as well. Where is Goethe down the order? He's down to 15th. Massive displacement of time.
That's how quickly it changes. Just one mistake you have on one lap, and it could cause trouble. Here's Aron.
Yeah, got to find the right times. Well, there's Bortoletto. Whoops! E2 off the track at turn 4. I think we've seen the first gambits, guys. So there we go. Marty on top at the moment. There's Carl Collette. He's going to come into the pit lane. He's on a slowdown lap, you can tell. Well, interesting gambit of lap times. What do you make of it all?
Also, by any chance, Josh B, is your pictures ahead of Josh T? By any chance, because
yes, they
I can
are.
hear the sound before the thing.
Massively.
Yeah, basically, because I'm going silent because I'm hearing the noise before, so you're seeing it before me. But
There
here we
you
go,
go.
Sullivan going fast as well to the first sector now.
They're in sync now, by the way. And oh, is that Carl? Who is that? Carl Collette, Car 17. Yeah, Carl Collette's his lap time deleted. And O'Sullivan in second going faster.
Yep. One little wide moment is gonna ruin this lap time, and on this track you just want to be improving with every lap you do. He currently has the fastest first sector, but there'll surely be other drivers who are gonna be finding time. He's lost a tiny bit to the second sector, so he's just marginally still. He's in there. He's still up, but you need to be finding even more time on it, improving circuit. So let's see what you can do as he's about to now come around the last few turns. Now he's gonna make his way all the way to the final corner of this racetrack. He's going to be coming into the pits, so he's going to change tires and then get ready for the last push, the last few runs, but he currently has second, so let's see what he can do later on in the last runs as Sullivan now pits.
Yeah,
Sorry.
O'Sullivan comes in, and Marty still at the top of the board, followed closely by O'Sullivan, as we are seeing him just pull in back, and the Prema team based just outside of the Aston Martin garage. And here is the number 23 of Joseph Maria Marti, and look at the wing moving, and is this a slow-mo of his track limits or just of the front wing wobbling, and the right mirror as well. I think it was just that, but he's coming back out on track.
Who in the world is this? Oh, ignore me. I just got a friend request by someone random, and I'm like, who in the world is this?
Well, 10 minutes remaining. Marty out on track with Mansell, Saucy, Barter, Frederick, Boyer, Edgar, Colapinto, and here is Carl Collette. Is this his track limits?
Go.
Yes, it is. Massive track limits at turn 11.
He was about as far off the track as you could get there. He was on Buddha, not Pest side. They separate here by the water in between.
You're going to be saying that a lot this week, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Oh,
There's not much apart from it as well.
we've got to get used to it.
Well, I've got to figure out a new saying at the start, because every time we come to Budapest, I always throw in the same one where it's action at Budapest. It's like I do that a lot, so I don't want to say action in Hungary though, so I've got to think of something else to say at the start that can give me a couple of seconds vital. I'm thinking action at the Hungaroring, but that's a bit of a mouthful when the lights go out. So
Too energetic to say that calmly and get it right.
yeah, I've got two ways of saying that. Either I do it calmly or I do it shouting, and it just depends on how my emotion levels are. But I've got to keep my stress levels down, so maybe trying to stay as calm as possible in the races. Formula 3 and Formula 2 is fine. Go on.
Yeah, one thing that's been annoying on the F1 game, it's basically right before the race starts, you're not getting the 30-second timer.
Yeah.
So it's basically you just go straight into it and you're not ready. Like usually the 30 seconds would let me get ready to shout, but then we just go into it and then you're like, oh no, 3, 4, 5. So it is getting good. So I'm hoping that they have it back, because it is a bit annoying, because I just don't feel ready whenever those 5 lights come on. But DRS enabled, back onto this. DRS now enabled, so that's gonna improve the lap times even more.
I've just seen that on the Matt and Tommy P1, they've reacted to Perez's crash because they were doing Twitch as we do ours, but ours is superior as they come through. I mean, they've got the star power, but they do reaction, we do commentary. It's a different style of watch along.
We do it all here. don't
Yeah,
we?
yeah. we comment out the entire session. They do difference of reactions. They talk and they hang out and they do a lot more. What we do here is shout about the entire session. That's
Yeah, you have Josh shouting. You have Josh shouting, and then all the other commentators just doing the reaction. So we have it all here.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Bortoletto into turn 13. Well, it's a thing. The only reason I do this is because I'll be in here anyway, so you may as well just put it on YouTube. I'll be doing it anyway. I was doing it longer before we'd even started the YouTubes. This equipment was born in 2019.
I wish.
Go on.
I basically wish that we could see some of your old races, but
Well, we can. We're getting some classic races together from like 2018 onwards. And there's a couple back
Right.
from years back previous, but they're on lower audio qualities, so they're taking their time. We've got every
So
race.
can I-
Go on.
so can I spam you about them? I want that one. I want that one.
They're not all ready. They're not all sorted. Because what we've got to do is we've got to go back. We started recording the F1 from 2015, so we've got them all from then. So we've got to go back, and we've got to very carefully splice in, because back in those days we had the voice recorder, and as much as we tried to commentate on the whole race, there's certain bits where we had to throw down to Ted, but we didn't have the ability to record Ted as we do now. So we just have to we had to stay quiet, and then we'd add Ted in later in post. But
Right.
all those aren't there, so we've got the raw formats. So to get that, we've got to record the Sky feed plus the track noise, then edit it all together with the graphics. So it's going to take a while to get all of it sorted. But there are a few classic races coming up soon.
Yeah, so, actually, we'll talk more about that in a second, but currently we have the fast laps going on. Max Esterson, he was actually going for it to the final corner, but everyone bunching up, everyone getting ready for the lap. As we can see now, they're all fighting for position. You have some drivers who are already on laps, then getting blocked. So Max Esterson having to there get out of the throttle. You have Barta, they're trying to make his way through all of the slowing cars. All of them getting ready for their push laps, while Barta currently goes for his.
Oh, no!
So yeah, he's really being held up, and the cars all over the road, which is really costing them. So you kind of want to be doing a lap when everyone else is, so you're not getting held up.
Is he going to go fast though? Boyer right behind him, looking to go Barta to the top. Boyer is coming into the last in the MP Motorsport. He's into the last two corners, so this should be something. Sophia Flash, 7th. Yes! Yes! Stay there! That's a brilliant time from Sophia. Best qualifying position of the season coming her way. If the times stay like that, if she gets lucky with the track evolution. Boyer, 1.5 seconds faster. The track faster at every opportunity.
It is getting faster at every opportunity. Mansell then is also going fastest of all to the second sector. Let's see what Mini can do as he's making his way through the final corner. He's now going to get on the power third place in the championship. Where is he going to go though? Here, he goes to the top.
24 thousandths off the pace of Boyer. Barnard goes third. Here comes Christian Mansell. Montoya fourth. Mansell top. Mansell fastest in Hungary. 1:31.880. Brilliant time. Bedrin second. But look at Zach O'Sullivan. Really flying. Esterson back out on the track, as I said. Can resume. He's 18th. Browning into 16th position. Oliver Gray hasn't come back out on the circuit, so he must have more damage than we thought. O'Sullivan to the top. 1:31.
Ooh, look at the gap. Wow, just look at the gap. Beganovic joins him, so it's currently Prema 1 and 2 as Aaron goes to third. Prema 1, 2 and 3.
And that's been separated because here comes Forlaroli into third position, so they've changed up once again. Oh boy, what a fantastic session this time. There's Gabriel Bortoletto, 16th. Ah, that's the snap he's had. Top of the hill, turn 4.
Yeah, not what you want there, but all getting very, very close. And Sullivan was on a... Sullivan, that is a mega lap by Sullivan. He found grip out there where no one else could.
Oh.
Bortoletto, he impeded Beganovic there, so that will be looked at right at the end of the session, impeding Beganovic there. But yes, Sullivan, just look at that. Aaron's lap is deleted.
Oh.
That's not what he wants.
So Paul Laurent goes down into... Where's that dropped him to? I can't tell on our timing screens here. Sophia Flörsch, lap time deleted. Track limits. Oh, she was 7th.
Yeah, so Polaron dropped to 23rd, Sophia Flores dropped to 24th, so they're going to have a bit of work to do now. So currently the top 5, Sullivan, Beganovic, Fornaroli, Colapinto and Oli Goethe. So it's going to be interesting if they can keep it that way, but there'll be a lot of improvements coming from behind, so I don't think it'll be staying that way.
Neither do I. Colette, 28th. He's had his lap time deleted. He should be going faster now. He's past Beganovic, and he's 8 tenths down on O'Sullivan, but he's on the dry track, so what's gone wrong for Kyle Colette on this little runaround?
Yeah, because the track should be improving with every lap that they run. Once again, telling you the traffic not too bad this time for Kaya Collect. So let's see what he can do as he comes around now. The final corner, under 2 minutes now remaining. A lot of other drivers now getting ready to start their laps, but Collect goes into 16th, so he would have been hoping that it would be more ahead. But obviously the track's still improving, so let's see what he's going to be able to do. Let's check in with what happened to Polaron.
Oh, it's
the
Tony
Mercedes
Evans.
Junior. Is it going to be lap time deleted? Yeah, so this is the lap time deleted. Just gonna go wide, and you're not really gaining time. But what about? But obviously you're still gonna get the lap deleted if you do that. So unfortunate for him, but it tells us that he has more time to gain.
And that's going to be so uncomfortable, Josh, isn't it, over that rumble strip in a Formula 3 car?
Yeah, you don't want to go over rumble strips, especially in a... Oh, that was close.
Oh my God, just looked up and then, oh no, Boyer! Oh. Boyer everywhere in that part of the track. I thought he was going to go right at the back of Johnny Edgar. He's right behind him, his teammate. Boyer lost 1.6 seconds in that last sector. Last lap the call though, 60 seconds left. Gabriel Mini, 11th at the moment. Is he going to improve anywhere on the Delta? Across the line, 11th. Does he improve? No, 1.5 off the pace, my goodness.
Was he blocked? It
Yeah.
looks like they're all losing time to the second and third sector. Let's see what Bedouin is completely different for him. He looks to be up, but can he keep it together through the third sector? Around the final corner, he's going to go currently in 10th, but we're going to see what he's going to be able to do. So he's still going well, but he's a tiny bit wide. DRS goes up, and let's see what he can do as he comes over the line. Yeah, he's lost it to the last sector, so they're losing it to the last sector. As now Marty on 24th now, about to come over the line. Can he improve? Yes, he can to 12th.
So, are we going to see anyone improving with 20 seconds to go?
So, looks like Sullivan fastest through the first, so watch him. But it looks like he's just going to extend his advantage. But there's not a lot of drivers who are finding improvements. However, Bortoletto in 9th, needing an improvement, our championship leader. So let's see what he's going to be able to do. He has to deal with the technical fast speed corners of turn 9, turn 11 as Polaron goes into 6th.
That could have been track limits there for Bortoletto. He's half a second down. Saucy, the first one to take the flag. Fornavoli quickly follows, but Bortoletto, he was half a second down, and he's coming to the final couple of corners.
Barter stayed in 22nd position as well. Sophia Flörsch is up to 28th place. That's heartbreaking as well. O'Sullivan, though, still looking quick. Out of the last corner, Bortoletto. Can he go faster across the line? No, only 9th. So the track has improved as much as it's possibly going to. And we're not going to see any other Delta time changes. Fulleroni goes into 3rd. Goethe is in 5th. And I think that's pretty much it. No one else is setting the sector times alive from what we're seeing up here in the commentary box that hasn't already taken the checkered flag. Here's Shin on his debut.
Yeah, but
Go on.
keep an eye though. Obviously 12th position being reverse grid for tomorrow. So if anyone can get into that top 12 and move Mini out, then that would be terrible news for Mini. Mini, his lap time has been deleted there. That might be an old one. We'll see about that. Shin over the line. Oh, he doesn't find an improvement from 27th. Is anyone able to displace Mini and Bedouin currently on the front row for tomorrow? It doesn't look like anyone's finding the time. So we expected the track to be improving much more than this. Where we thought it was going to go crazy at the end, but it looked like the drivers are struggling to find time to the third sector.
Well, that looks it then. Nobody else improves. And it's Zach O'Sullivan who will take the fastest time from Dino Boganovic in 2nd. Leonardo Foloroli goes 3rd. There's a yellow in that 3rd sector, I'm hoping, but here's Zach O'Sullivan.
First pole for Prema.
That's a pole position for Zach O'Sullivan. Good job.
Yeah, thank you guys. Car was mega. So yeah, tricky session, but yeah, thank you. We'll see what we can do on Sunday.
Yes, let's go for it.
Prema Racing.
Let's go for it. Let's go for it. So, this qualifying format, by the way, sets the grid for Sunday's feature race, which puts Zach O'Sullivan on pole with Dino Boganovic in 2nd. Starting on pole position for the sprint race tomorrow is Gabriel Mini and Nikita Bedouin. They have the front row of the grid in the reverse order. Gabriel Bortoletto, a really troubling session for him. Down the order in 9th position. Got a lot of work to do tomorrow in the Trident, hasn't he?
Yep, and do remember all of these results are provisional. We usually see changes quite a lot in the Formula 3 qualifyings and the Formula 2 qualifyings, and maybe it's not at the front for the feature, but it can impact the starting grid for tomorrow's sprint race. If we see that, for example, someone in 9th, 10th, or get the lap deleted, that could promote Marty up to the front row. So it's not fully over yet. If you're around in 13th, 14th, you could find yourself maybe with a chance. You could maybe find yourself with you could still find yourself with a chance tomorrow if you do obviously get into the top 12, but it makes your weekends much more harder, and you're literally just a few milliseconds away from a position higher. Let's listen from Marty.
Anger.
Not happy.
Yeah.
Not happy at all is Marty, but I would say would be happy if hey, someone's lap time gets deleted ahead, so he can get promoted to 12th. But yeah, so it's gonna be Mini versus Bedouin for now. Tomorrow, I think Mansell could get involved. Bortoletto in 9th, usually much more higher in qualifying, but it looks like he'll be starting the sprint race higher than he'll be starting the feature today. So gonna be interesting to see what Bortoletto can do. And how is he going to make some moves? But Prema, 1, 2, and 6. So I'll say I'm happy with that one from Prema.
So then, Josh T, what did you make of that session?
I'm surprised we didn't have more red flags and incidents and accidents, to be honest. We had a couple of spins. We had one red flag, if I remember rightly, but it was a... We normally see more accident in F3 qualifying, but it was a really, really good F3 qualifying.
Don't know who's just joined the box.
Tom.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, are we on?
Yes, still on.
Oh, hello.
Just wrapping up from qualifying.
Oh, right, okay.
So?
Did you manage to... What's going on in the cricket then, Tom, by the way? That's what I was about to ask you. I just couldn't get it out of my brain.
Oh, yeah, well, they're just smashing it around now, absolutely everywhere. It's quite fun to watch.
That's a good cricket match, actually.
Well, all the cars returning to the outside paddock. We'll get the full results momentarily.
There you go. Talk us through it then, Josh.
So, O'Sullivan is top and followed by Beganovic and Fauna Rowley. And then in 4th is Colapinto, Gerfer, Aaron, Susilov, Edgar, Bortoletto and Mansell. And then down in 11th as we wait for the timing screen to update. 11th was Bedouin Mini, Marty, Saucy Boyer, Frederick, Barnard, Browning, Collette and Rafael Villa Gomez rounds out the top 20. Then 21st was Sebastian Montoya, Hugh Barter in 22nd, Ida Cohen 23rd, Tommy Smith in 24, Maxwell Esterson in 25th after his spin earlier on, and then Garcia in 26th, Shin in 27th, absolutely gutted for Sophia down in 28th, and then Roberto Ferrier and Oliver Gray rounds out after his incident earlier on, only completing 3 laps.
So the F3 make way for F2, the sprint race tomorrow, the feature on Sunday. My thanks to Josh and Omi. Next up, in a few minutes' time, you can join us for Formula 2 coverage of qualifying on what is now effectively a very dry track. But still, times will improve. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.